AI might be faster, it might know more facts, but it could never draw from your years of wisdom, of motherhood, experiences, and those messy middle moments in your solopreneur life. AI might know more stuff, but only you can make someone feel safe enough to trust you. Because facts don't build trust, familiarity does. And that's why your unique identity, not just your information, is your uncopyable edge. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use that edge to stand out in this AI world and why hiding it is costing you more than you think. Hey friend, if we haven't met, I'm Wanda, copywriter, coach, and recovering overthinker. Oh, and I'm also certified in AI prompt engineering. So if you're thinking I'm against AI, I use it every day. I've actually invested the last 11 months taking courses, getting certified, and just mastering it by using it every day. But hear me on this. AI cannot replace you, but it can catapult you even in the most crowded, noisiest niches. So if you're ready to stop feeling invisible and become the obvious choice in your niche, this one's for you. Timestamps are in the description. Let's dive in. In this AI landscape, the how-tos are at your fingertips, just a few clicks away. And that can feel scary, especially if you're thinking, what if AI makes me irrelevant? Here's a hard truth. You can't out AI AI. It'll always be faster. It'll always have the tips. It'll always be on. You'll always lose on speed, on 10 tips in 10 seconds. But friend, you don't have to compete with AI because where it offers information, you offer transformation. You're meant to be what AI can't be. Human, personal, spirit-led. Because in a world where so much content sounds the same, it's the real human moments that stops the thumbs mid-scroll. Not the perfect sentence, but the honest one. Maybe not the best advice, but it's the best advice for that one person in that moment that makes them say, she gets me. And that comes from your unique identity, from lived experiences, from your education, from your emotional nuance, from your spirit-led discernment. That's your AI edge, my friend. And listen, I know that dealing with AI might make you feel like you're not enough. I have a learning disability. I struggle with reading and comprehension. And by the world's standards, that should have held me back. But God is good. Even still, I was twice awarded International Educator of the Year, awarded business owner at just 29 years old. So if God took in me what could have been a limitation and actually set me apart, that's what identity-driven messaging does for you too. It takes the parts of you the world says aren't enough and turns them into the reason your people trust you. Because the real you is what makes you uncopyable. AI can deliver the steps, the how-to, but you can guide them through the implementation. Information doesn't stop the scroll, doesn't make people pause online. You know what makes people pause online? It's when people feel like you've just read their mind. It's that moment when someone sees themselves in your words. Industry markets are warning us, yes, AI boosts efficiency, but if you lean on it too much, you risk losing the very thing that makes your audience stop and pay attention to you. That emotional spark and storytelling that creates lasting connections. That's why uniquely human authenticity isn't just a nice to have in your brand anymore. It's timely, it's valuable, it's necessary. And in this content-saturated AI world, it's the very thing that's going to make you stand out. Translation, your too quirky, unconventional POV is the edge that makes you and your brand unforgettable. That's the thing someone's hearing. That's the thing someone's praying to hear. Here's a quick test. Before you post any piece of content, ask yourself these two questions. Number one, could AI have written this word for word? Number two, is there something here that only I would write, that only I would know? If it's just a blurb of listicles or steps or how-tos, it's gonna blend in. If it's infused with your nuances and with your humanness, it's gonna stop the scroll. And I'm not talking about being groundbreaking. I sincerely believe that all of the content, how-tos, all of that stuff, it's done. It's out there. It's about being real and showing up as the person God designed you to be, even if it feels small or imperfect. When you lead with your identity, not just your framework, you go from being another expert to, ooh, I'd love to work with her. Sure, we all want efficiency as solopreneurs, but the goal isn't to crank out more content. It's to create the right pieces of content that connect in a memorable way. This is where you need to start. Grab my Messaging Reset mini course linked below so you can get crystal clear on your brand message, because if your brand message isn't clear, nothing lands. But when it's sharp, it cuts through and reflects you, and your content will start doing the heavy lifting for you. Now, if authenticity is the edge AI can't touch, what does authentic actually look like? Let me take a step back and talk to you for a second. Is that all right? First of all, you don't need the whole internet to pay attention to you. You just need a little slice. Here's when that mental chatter starts creeping in. You might start to think, okay, but do I really have space here? Is being authentically me enough? You see the big names, you see the AI tools that do so much already. You see the noisy, overcrowded niche, and you start thinking, I'm too late. There's no room for me. And those thoughts right there, that's what makes solopreneurs freeze. Let's talk about it, because no, you're not too late. You just haven't had someone to help you put the pieces together. You just need someone to help you see what makes you the obvious choice. And here's the great news. You don't have to be the obvious choice for the entire internet, just for a little slice of it. And your people will come when your content gives them a little bit more than just information. They'll come when you actually make them feel something, when they see themselves in your story and your point of view. And that's not something AI can produce. Now, you might be thinking, okay, if I'm the edge, where or how does AI fit into all of this? Ooh, this is the fun part, and stick with me because that's where we're going to next. If this is helping, please hit like, subscribe, and that notification bell. It tells YouTube to share this video with more women just like you. And it tells me to make more videos like this for you. So thanks in advance. Okay, AI. Here's the truth. AI is here to stay. But AI is not the enemy. It's not your competition. It's a tool. AI is kind of like a GPS. It can tell you the fastest route, but only if you tell it where you're going. It can't tell you where you're meant to go. AI can map the steps, but only you decide the destination. Because you bring the vision, you bring the lived experiences, you bring the story that makes someone thumb stop, pay attention. AI speeds things up a lot, but it doesn't build trust. It doesn't spark the recognition moment when your client sees themselves in your story. It doesn't carry the God-given purpose behind why you started this in the first place. That's why the edge in this AI world isn't more AI, it's more you, more of your point of view, more of your nuance, more of your quirks, more of your unique blend of skills. And that's why in my world, everything I teach comes back to this. You don't have to be the fastest or the flashiest. It's all about becoming the obvious choice for the little slice of the internet that needs you. And when you know how to weave your identity into your messaging, something shifts. AI isn't the competition anymore. It's the tool that helps you share your message faster and clearer so you finally stand out. Here's a reassurance I want you to feel today. You don't have to be afraid that AI is going to take your place. AI isn't scary if you know how to use it. And it isn't scary when you know who you are and what you bring to the table. So no, you're not too small, you're not too boring, you're not behind. You're already equipped. You're ready. You just need a little clarity. And that's the part I help one-person business owners with, because message clarity is what makes you uncopyable. So how do you get that clarity? There's messaging clarity, which puts words around what you really do. There's identity clarity, naming the quirks, the values, the things that set you apart. And then there's audience clarity, knowing exactly who needs to hear it better than they know themselves. When those three pieces click, everything shifts. When you're clear on those 3 points, you'll start earning trust and getting yeses. So here's what I'd love for you to do this week. Write one piece of content that only you could write. Maybe try writing it for your weekly newsletter so it's not so scary. Add a personal story, a moment that captures the real you. That's the kind of content that sparks connection, builds trust, and gets the right people closer to a yes so you can make that money. Okay, spell it. Tell me in the comments. What's the one thing that AI could never copy you of? For me, AI can't pray over a client call like I do, So go ahead and tell me, don't be shy. What's the one thing about the way you do business that AI could never copy? If you're ready to get clear on your message and become the obvious choice, watch this next video. Keep it simple, give yourself some grace. Adios for now.